Well, all right, welcome back. Welcome back to the Let's Talk About It podcast. All right, tonight we're doing something a little different. I've never hosted a Zoom podcast or a Zoom period, but I asked a few wonderful people. I'm expecting one more person. Hopefully, she'll come on. But we're gonna get it rocking either way. Tonight we're doing something different. We're gonna have some discussions about things that about relationships, about being single. A lot of times we have these conversations, a lot of them on social media, and it seems like we're talking at each other, not really talking to each other. So my goal is to, bring some of us together so we can have these discussions. And, whether we agree or disagree, because I don't expect us all to agree. I didn't ask these wonderful people to come on just to agree with my point of view or just agree with their point of view. But ultimately, we want to get some knowledge, some wisdom, and ultimately some understanding from each side. So let's do it like this. I'm gonna get y'all to introduce yourself, starting with ladies first. Give you, say what you want to say. Go to the next person, and then we'll go from there.
Do I really need an introduction?
I mean, I know you'd have been here the most times and all, but it might be some new listeners.
No, I'm just messing. This is Tyronza, also known as Cookie.
Cookie.
Born and bred in Emporia, VA, graduated, educated in the Greensville County Public School System, the land of the green and gold. Then I went on to further my education at the Norfolk State University. Behold, the green
and gold.
I am an employee of our great Commonwealth, Virginia Department of Corrections, a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, founded January 16, 1920 on the campus of Howard University.
Shout them out, rebel.
Shout out to all my sorors out there in Zoom land. I'm glad to be here.
All right, thank you for coming on, Cookie. All right, next, let's go.
You expect me to follow that?
Hey, just come with the heat. She got us warmed up. Come on with it.
No, well, I'm my actual name is Christopher Jones. On Facebook, a lot of people see Nicholas or call me Nick, but I change my name whenever I want to because it's my name. I use my first name or my middle name.
It's yours, that's right.
I was born in Alaska, raised.
We know that we were just talking. You ain't mentioned that part.
Yeah, born in Anchorage, Alaska. Raised for majority of my life in Freeman, Virginia, until we moved to Emporia, where I finished and I resided in Emporia.
Right.
I got love for my Emporia folk, but I resided there. I got the country life in me more than anything else. Me and Cookie, we talked. We already discussed a little bit about my background. I was in sales for majority of my career part of life until I decided to sever ties some about 4 years ago. We ain't got to talk about all the other stuff, but ex-military, a father of 3, well, father of 5, or how many ever. Any girl, for real. I mean, for real. It's I want to make sure to take care of the girls because it's all girls. You see, I ain't got no head. But I mean, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. Laid back. I'm not in no fraternity or anything. But it's all good.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on, man. Y'all gave some powerful introductions. I don't think I can follow it up, and I'm the host. But as you see my channel, I am the King Crawley. Government name Edward Crawley Jr., but King Crawley. As far as occupation, I'm a truck driver. I'm in a pretty good situation, so I can't complain about that. Outside of that, as it stands now, I'm a creator, content creator. I kind of want to look at myself as a curator of conversation. I want to be able to get us to have these conversations that we haven't been having. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get the other young lady to come in. So we're doing this on the fly, baby. It's saying truck driver by, career path, pretty good situation. Outside of that, content creator. I want to look at myself as sort of like a curator of conversation. I want to bring people together to have dope conversations, about things that sometimes we know but don't speak about, or different career paths, or just all kinds of things. And that about sums it up. I hope if you're a first time watcher, hit that subscribe button, hit like, engage in the conversation. If you hear something while we're talking that is of interest to you, or even if you disagree, be respectful, but put it in the conversation. It might down the road allow us to have even deeper conversations depending on your feedback. So don't be afraid to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave some comments. All right, let me go to my notes. We're going to go on and jump into some of these topics. And we're going to ease into it and see where it goes from here. All right, the first topic. The first question was a two-part question. And I'm really hoping the other young lady gets in by the time we get into it. But the first one I'm going to go with is, in relationships or in deciding and wanting to get into relationships, is money the determining factor? And is it fair to expect a man to pay all of your bills? And I'm still working on trying to get this to
get her in here.
Yeah.
Scratching.
Go ahead, Cookie. You start, Cookie.
Money, to me, my opinion, should not be the determining factor. However, stability should be a determining factor. And I'm talking about established financially, mentally, physically. You gotta have a job, bro.
Physically.
Okay.
You gotta have a job, bro. I don't know if this is on the lines, but, and Nick, I normally don't say but, I say however. right, Ed? However.
Right.
Situations, family dynamics have changed. And I'm gonna say this, some men that's living with their mothers may not have any other choice because their mothers may be older. They may be taking care of their mothers. Hey, roles change, So
okay. Does that man have an honest shot with
I would say so. It goes back to communicating. I mean, if you're getting to know someone, then you have to open up a little bit. You have to let the wall down a little bit and say, hey, this is what's going on in my life. I am established. I have this, but this is what's going on for the moment. And I just wanted to throw that in there because that was something I thought about last week. I think you and I were talking, Ed, or something I read or saw or something. But stability needs to be a determining factor. If you broke, that ain't no joke.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Now, okay, let me jump in because what's broke to, because I think with women, I think y'all have different levels of broke. Like y'all are basing on like what type of job. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Even with me, even though the career of truck driving is looked at a certain way, people assume you got money. Especially if you've been doing it for a few years, they think, oh, you're a truck driver. I know you got, a little something.
Because I understand when you can't get on the road. I've had truck driver friends and family.
So
sometimes you just can't get on the road. What happens when it's inclement weather? Come on, you got to mature and think about some things outside of. A lot of
people don't look at it like that though.
Right. And I understand that, so I
think you muted yourself. I can't hear you, Cookie. I think you muted yourself. I can't hear you.
It went unstable. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
It was just a matter of I was doing this on my own. However, I wanted to be on my own. I needed to be on my own because when you start having kids, you need to at some point get on your own so your kids can have their space and you can build the relationships with them you need to build. And that was me. But I've struggled. I mean, that's a fact.
Okay.
You wouldn't have probably and I did the best that I could do. The saying robbing Peter to pay Paul, I done that. If you put yourself in that situation and you in between jobs and you can't keep a job because of your attitude, then it's a determining factor. You broke.
Okay, I'm going to Chris. I'm gonna come back to you, Cookie. What you got, Chris?
He laughing.
I mean, I know what it is to be that person that's broke, but in order for me to be the person I am today, I had to be broke to get to where I'm at now. So at some point in time, some woman had to give me an opportunity or a chance for me to get out of that broke stage. Now the game has changed altogether. But also I look at it as some people are comfortable being broke and just getting, let me get this $30 today and I'm just going to sit back and chill. Or let me make a $200 a day and I'm going to take the week off. Nah, it don't work. That's a broke mind mentality, in my opinion, because even if you got 10 racks in the bank, why not go and make another 10 racks? Don't sit back and chill. It's just, I think it's like the broke or the being broke mentality that people kind of not really understand. I mean, because we all got to start from somewhere. I've been at the bottom multiple times in my life.
Okay. Question. Did women respond to you different when you didn't have now as opposed to you being in a better situation? Be honest about that.
I mean, honestly, I feel like in certain situations, it was more or less my personality. It's not gonna always be about money, but you can see how some women do treat you when you don't have money. I used to walk from my daddy house in Emporia. I used to walk from my daddy house to I used to work at what was it? Cracker Barrel. I used to walk to Cracker Barrel. I was broke.
Hold on. Down 58.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
That's a high.
No, not 58. In Emporia.
Okay, in Emporia. Okay.
Oh, I'm about to say no.
No, but I'm just saying. But see, being broke and trying to hustle, hey, if you got a hustle mentality, you'll never be broke. And so, but if a woman views me as a broke man because I don't have a vehicle and I'm working at Cracker Barrel or McDonald's, if she views me that way, but overlooks my mentality to get to work, to ask for somebody to take me to work, then she's missing out, in my opinion. Because
all right, let me jump in, and I'm gonna throw my sauce on it. Look, I respect what y'all said, but I'm gonna just from my experience, yes, it does matter. Yes, nowadays, some do expect you to come in and take care of everything. They might not say it right out. I actually respect the ones that do say it right out. At least you know what you're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
But some will present themselves a certain way. But then when you start to talk to them or get into the inner workings, you realize, oh, you not this person you presented yourself to be. You actually need help. You actually need your bills paid. And that ain't no diss to nobody, but that's just saying what the truth is. Like, yeah, that money really is a determining factor. Even from a few years ago, before I started trucking or whatever, when I had no vehicle and I was living in the boarding house, some of the same women that I guess they might have think I forgot that I could have conversations with now, they won't pay me no mind then when I ain't have a dollar in my pocket. But now just the perception, whether I got it or not, they respond differently. So money is a determining factor just from my experience, And do I think it's fair? And see, let's answer that part. Do you think it's fair to expect a man to pay all the bills? And that's from both sides.
No. We already talked about this. No.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I said it to you, Ed. I said it to you more than last weekend. What happens if something happens? Not God forbid, We need to know that we can hold it down just as if you were for me.
I agree.
Has been holding it down. I want to be at that point. I'm scared to even take money out of my savings, y'all, because it's been so hard for me to save over these years. Like Nick was saying, that triggered me because I'm like, I've been broke down at the bottom. A man might not know that I ain't, if I met him, I didn't say, hey, I'm broke. Can you help me? I've never been that tight. But I got to know that I can hold you down when you've been holding it down all along.
Okay. I like that.
You know, and I always say that because before you become dependent, you have to know how to be independent. What happens to someone that's been married 30 years, the husband been paying all the bills, and boom, they divorce? What happens?
Now you hold right there. Jump in, Chris, and then I want to add a tag on to what you was just saying. Go ahead, Chris.
What you want me to say?
Just answer. No, say what's on your mind, bro.
Oh, I was gonna say, chime in. Alimony would happen after 30 years.
Yeah, just whatever. Go ahead.
But no, I'm just saying. But yeah. So to me, I'm unbiased because I have an unbiased opinion about it because it don't make me no difference. At this point, at the stage I'm in right now, I don't care. That's just me. That's
okay. But question: if it was made like, it was made that you were obligated to do it, would you feel different about it as opposed to you just being like, look, I'm gonna do it anyway?
Oh, well, if it was like something that was forced upon me, then I would probably be like, all right, look, I mean, we're gonna have to figure something else out because we can both put in the same efforts. Granted, like what Cookie was saying, you know, if somebody's, you know, down or whatever, and then some person, you know, the person is backing them right there, but they want to be able to balance it. So even if one person is the saver and one person is the bill, it has to me, it has to be an understanding that, okay, we're going to pay these bills. We're going to save separately. We can save together jointly and just keep on moving. But that's in a perfect world.
I was going to say, yeah, that sounds good. But from a lot of the conversations I see people having, even online, people can't get on the same page about even we weren't taught how to handle money. So it's hard for us to get on the same page about. Some say, well, no, I'm gonna just keep my account. Some say, well, let's get like you were saying, a joint account, save separately, but keep all the bill money right here. You know, everybody has their own. It's kind of like your family history of how you know about money. You pretty much know from what you saw and figure the rest out on your own. You know, so and looking at the fact that most men or most women that we know personally either make around what we make or a little bit more, a little bit less. So none of them are really in a position to just pay all of your bills on either side, you know.
Good point.
Yeah, it's like, how many millionaires do you know personally? Me? Now, yeah, I was going to, I'm just rhetorical because I know your situation. With the type of business you do, you run into a different type of income level.
It blows your mind, man.
Yeah, look, you know, we've had discussions about it, but just in general, how many people know six-figure people that's just all around them? The average person doesn't know that. So it's kind of unfair, whether it's the man expecting it or the woman, to expect a person to give you something that most people you know don't even have. You know.
I'm glad you said that, because what happens if I get with someone that's in corrections? I already know how much money you making. We're gonna make it do what it do though.
Yeah.
You know, I'm at a good point in my career. I can continue to climb. So
yeah, and as long as a person goes into it knowing that, like you say, I know what your income is, so you're not gonna put unfair expectations on it. Because, dude, why am I gonna put $100,000 expectations on your $50,000? You know. But okay, let me move on to another topic. Are we being honest with our expectations and what we say we deserve from our mate, or from whether we're dating, or from our mate, or just
if we meet someone and introduce them to our expectations?
I know what my expectations are.
Go ahead, Chris.
You want me to say? Oh, I can talk now.
Yeah,
look, I know what my expectations are. Okay. I like to have a good time. I like to chill. I like to be intimate. Like to be sexual, and I like to eat good food. I can take care of everything else. I just want the time of some good food, a back rub, belly rub, you know, a little cuddle time or something, you know. I mean, but I'm a simple dude. I mean, people sometimes I feel like people overcomplicate in situations. Now, of course, expectation could be beauty. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Now for me, if you got ugly feet, you got to go. I mean, out the door. Sorry. If my feet look better than yours, you can't stay around.
You just as crazy.
I got nothing to say.
Hey, you just can't even say that. Feet.
Okay.
Repeat it again for me. It's a 2-part, right?
Yeah, well, it says, are we being honest with our expectations and with what we say we deserve?
Yes.
Okay. Explain that.
I'm honest. I know what I'm looking for in a minion.
Okay.
I don't joke time.
No, you good. You good.
Like I said, my soulmate, of course, my helpmate. I want you to be able to help me. It's not all financial. I'm pretty much simple, and I think that's just the country in me. I've never was raised to be hassled because I think some of us in this city, and I'm gonna say it because that touches some people. When you say in this city, where you in this city? So I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
In this city, we get to a certain point, we forget where we come from. That's not me.
Right.
I want a soulmate, a helpmate. Would I say I would want someone that attends church service? Yeah, I do, because I attend, and I want you on my arm. I want a well-groomed man. I love a fresh haircut. I love some nice shoes. It's shoes for me, Nick. Shoes.
Let me go get my collection.
Shoes busted, because I love shoes. you ain't on my radar. Just being a clean. I want someone that has been through and is looking for me.
Okay.
That's
good, but listen, check it out. But within that, are you the person that? Okay, because we can have our expectations.
I am that person.
So you are the type of person that deserves that.
Yes, I've been through a lot.
Okay,
especially
go into what makes you, because that's what I'm asking. What makes who you are line up with what we say we deserve? Because a lot of times, just in general, people put out, I want this type of man, I want this type of woman. But it's more about self-evaluation than saying, I want this. If you say you want to, and I'm gonna speak about ladies right now because I don't date guys.
Thank you.
But to each his own, but I don't do that. I'm not into that. If you're saying you want a particular type of man, okay, do you know what that type of man wants? And when you all online going crazy and doing some of the stuff you're doing, is that what he would be attracted to? Do we have to just accept me like I am thing, or no, should I expect more from you? That's how I look at it.
For men and women, can we modify?
What you mean?
If we meet someone, can't we just buckle down and can't we modify ourselves? Is anything wrong with that?
If it's sincere,
especially if you recognize that, hey, this is really a good man I have in my life, and I don't want to mess this up. Is anything wrong with that? Because people are so quick to say, you changed for him. No, I changed for me and him. Can we modify? Is anything wrong?
I think that's a good point, and I think that some people are so stuck in their ways. They go down they've been going down this wrong path for so long. They got a beautiful soul, but they doing the wrong thing. Sometimes you have to get with somebody that you like each other or love each other, but allow that person to instill some of their ways into your life, because just one person, us alone, we don't have all the answers. We always seek wisdom and guidance from somebody else. So why not be able to get guidance from our soulmate or helpmate or whatever, our husband, whatever, can't stay stuck in your ways forever.
Like, introduce me to new food. I can introduce you to new food. It's the small things. Like I said, I'm pretty much like you. It's simple. Introduce me to new food. I introduce you to new food. I'll show you this video. You never seen this video. I'll take you here and you take me there. Let's share the places that we've been. Maybe I could go some of the places that you've gone if I've never been.
Right. And so right now, I feel right now this generation is so closed-minded and closed, period, to where they don't want to change. They want to follow trends that we see on TV. They want to be like what you see on TV. That's where that money comes into play. Oh, this man just did this. He bought his wife a $200,000 car or a $2,000 pocketbook. I mean, we need to literally.
And that's just material.
Exactly. So yeah, I think if we get with a person and be with a person, allow them, as long as it's something positive, it's going to benefit you in life, allow them to instill some of their knowledge into you, and y'all go down that path together and grow together. That's just me.
But I got to have a $2,000 or $1,000 pocketbook. That surprised me with it. I'm grateful for it. That's just different. Yeah. That's different. Instead of asking for it or seeing someone else with it and want it. That's coveting. That's coveting my neighbor.
Right. No. Well, and here's the thing: it's nothing wrong with wanting something if you have the means to get it. A lot of times, the bad part is we'll see it and be envious and like you say, coveting of it, mostly because we don't have the means to get it at the time. Because if you had the means to get it, you likely wouldn't look at it like that. You'd be like, that's nice. I give me one day. I like that. As opposed to, I got to figure out a way to get this.
I got to do what she did.
Yeah, I got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
It's a tough situation for me because I've been on both sides of it. And being on the side that you can relatively kind of get what you want for the most part, to me, it doesn't please me. I'm not impressed by it. I'm not trying to impress nobody, and I don't need nobody trying to impress me. You know how bad I want that PS5? And let me tell you right now, if I wanted to go spend $1,000 on it, I could if I wanted to, but I ain't spending no extra. They ain't gonna $500. And look, it can wait. I'll wait.
That's discipline though. Everybody not that disciplined though.
Like, yeah, so it's, like I think simplicity is key to a more peaceful life. I'm not no doctor, and look, just for me, simplicity helps life so much. Like, for me.
I agree. Hey, we're gonna jump into a little bit more little deeper topic.
Oh boy.
Simple question. Y'all can talk about it. It's very simple. Y'all can talk about it as much or as little as you want, but I hope you talk about it. In a relationship, what's more valuable? Sex or money?
Sex.
Both.
Sex.
Is there a C?
Drink. Let's
Is
start
there a
talking
C?
now.
You said A and B. Is there a C? Both A and B. All of the above.
It's a combination. I'm just saying.
All of the above.
Okay, but I want to know it from both sides because I think it's different for men and women.
I said my part.
And that's what you led me kind of into it. I think men view it one way, and I think it's the opposite way for women. To a certain degree. Trying to wait for Cookie to come back in. Oh, you back. Okay.
What, money?
To a degree. But I don't know. Okay, for me, sex is more important because I plan to make my own money. So that's my answer. But sometimes I think
I don't want to be a woman right now. Can I ask for a man?
Talk about it. Come on.
If you're sexual, you're just sexual, man or woman. If you're sexual, you're just sexual. I think for men, I think sex, especially like you say, if I'm you're a man of your own money, you make your own money. It's sex. A man loves to be pleased.
Yeah.
And of course, we know at times when he's not pleased, he go and finds someone else to please him.
I'll say I love sex, but I don't love money.
Okay.
Money's always going to be around to get. But if you're actually with the person that and have that connection, that sexual connection, it's something that's irreplaceable. I mean, if you're looking at, if you're going like real deep into it, money is going to be made. But that one sexual connection or partner that you decide to live with the rest of your life, that's irreplaceable.
Intimacy, yeah. Intimacy is important. I've heard it, so just to be honest, I've heard it so many times. Especially when you lose that part and all it is there is to get money, that gets kind of, or to work, or just to be a family, just, it's nothing wrong with any of that. But when you don't have that intimate connection, it's just like, oh.
And you know what? And I got to retract what I was saying. I think it's the same for both, because several of the women that I know that have cheated, it ain't had nothing to do with the man not making enough money. Some of them are in situations where the man take care of them good financially, but he ain't giving them that wood.
Wow, that's shocking. That's shocking.
But
I'm telling you, they got the nicest car. You'll be surprised at some of them. They got nice houses, nice cars, dressed nice. On the outside, you think everything is right because financially they straight.
It looks good.
But old boy ain't, he ain't taking it to the king no more. So nigga like me got to take it to the king. About that, that's real though. I mean, I've done some things, but just in general, yeah, usually when women step out, it's emotional, but it usually don't have nothing to do with the money, because women with money cheat too. Women in situations with money, they cheat too. It ain't just about the dude that's broke.
They cheat because it's no intimacy at home.
So that's what I was saying. I had to take back my statement. It's actually both. It's the same for both.
Because for me, the men, is intimacy. Wow, I don't even know what to say.
No, that was good. That was good answers. I'm gonna jump to the next question, and this wasn't necessarily on the list, but we could possibly. It's nothing too crazy. We possibly get into it. I actually saw it on Facebook the other day. Young lady made a statement, and I didn't comment. I didn't say whether I agreed or disagreed, but I just like, It says, should gender roles exist in relationships? Like, should men have a certain role? Should women have a certain role? Not so much the traditional men work, women in the kitchen, but at the same time, men have certain things they do, women have certain things they do. Should that still exist in relationships in 2021? Go ahead, Chris.
I think it depends on the relationship. I mean, because it's up to you and whoever you with. And I say, man, if two men are together or two female together or whatever, it's up to the people, and we can't allow society to dictate the way we move forward. That's the problem with the situation. That's the problem with the world now. We allow society to to dictate and put a label on what we should do. So are you saying yes or no? Because I'm where do you stand with that? I stand with that. If you're a man and you choose to do this part in a relationship, then you do so. If you're a woman and you want to take this role, then you do so. But also do not demean the other. Don't demean the man. Don't demean the woman. Being that if I do 75% of the work, it don't mean I'm gonna bash you because you do 25%. Vice versa. In a relationship, then you do so. If you're a woman and you want to take this role, then you do so. But also do not demean the other. Don't demean the man. Don't demean the woman. Being that if I do 75% of the work, it don't mean I'm gonna bash you because you do 25%. Vice versa. It's that stereotype that's been pushed into our heads. That's so work it out. Okay, Cookie.
I think I kind of agree with Nick because we grew up in the tradition.
Mm-hmm.
We want hands-on in the tradition.
Okay.
So, like Nick, pretty much what Nick is saying, whatever it is that can be done or needs to be done, do it. Whether it's for the man or whether it's for the woman.
Okay. Question.
What I said. There's the youngest one too young, but It's two men in this house, and that's men, my oldest.
And that's what I was gonna say though. Okay.
You know?
But quick question while you hold that thought. So, okay, say a man comes into the picture. Do you want to continue taking the trash out? I know you will if you had to, but do you want to continue doing that? Or do you feel like that's something he should start doing?
No, I don't think he should start it.
Well, I ain't gonna say should, but would you prefer he be the one to do it?
If the trash full, somebody better take it out. And if it has to be me, I can't really say what you should and what you shouldn't be doing. Now, you better wash my damn car.
Okay, so
There we go.
Okay, so there we go.
I'm like, I've been knowing you forever. You ain't never washed my damn.
That's funny right there.
That's that traditional right there. That's traditional.
I'm gonna say I know some had to kick in at some point. So you do expect some type of role to
right.
Okay, and that's fair. I think that's fair. Okay, some say there should be no gender roles in relationships. And if that works for their relationship, cool. But okay, this is my stance on it. And partially probably because of my background. I had my mother and my father there. I did see him perform certain things, and I saw her perform certain things. Now, over time, some of it was limited because she was, she had lupus, so certain things she couldn't do. But here's my thing. With my woman, okay, when you go out into the world, yeah, you might work a job where you got to prove that you're just as good as a man. You might have to, whatever, when you're going around, have to hold yourself a certain way to let you know you ain't to be played with. I don't need you to do that when you come home. I don't need you to prove to me that you're just as good as a man because you're at home with a man. So I don't need you to prove that to me. You can relax and be you. So yeah, I don't mind taking the trash out. It's certain things that, not because I feel like I'm the man, but if I'm looking at it in the way that I think I should be looking at it, if I'm supposed to take some of the weight off of you and we're supposed to do that for each other, certain things I don't mind doing as a man. So no, I don't want to see you lifting heavy stuff if I know I'm physically stronger than you. That just makes sense to me. Not saying that I'm right.
Oh, I can't stand lifting.
Yeah, and some would put that in a label and say that's a gender role, but like, no, to me, that's just logical.
Now, if I'm getting the trash and you bump me out of the way, that's cute to me. I might have to rub up against you.
And I gotta remind, hey, baby.
I might have to rub up against you and the trash can.
Hey, I'll let you know you don't touch trash cans. Let me handle that.
Yeah, get back out the way. Okay, baby.
Don't do that. And don't you do it again.
I don't cook. I don't clean. I don't take out nobody's trash either.
What? What?
Hey, my life is different. I'm sorry.
And here's the thing. That's what works for you. And I was just using that as examples, whatever the,
You said what? I got that. I got that WAP.
Nigga, what?
WAD.
Nigga, what? What? Let me go back to my notes. Boy, you is crazy. You are crazy.
I cannot.
Oh,
man.
It's getting hot in here.
It is rather warm. It is rather warm. Okay, let me see what question I want to go with. Okay, and I don't know. I don't even know if this was on the list. Okay, there's a phrase. I haven't even thought this through how I'm going to ask it, so I'm going to do it on the fly. Yes, there are situations that our women have been put in that certain things shouldn't have happened. I'm not talking about extreme cases right now. So let's eliminate that from the question. But there's a phrase that women use or people use, and it says protect women. Okay, protect them from what? Yeah, protect them from what? Cookie.
We here.
Yeah, why y'all just get quiet on me? Talk to me.
Physical and I guess this ain't too extreme. Physical and verbal abuse.
Okay.
Protect them from your past.
Okay. But see, I was okay. So is that what the phrase means? Because I see people use it, protect women, protect Black women, protect from what? What are we saying it in reference to?
Uh, for me,
educate me because
I've heard of it to a certain extent. So if you're protecting the Black woman, you want to protect as a man, you want to protect your woman based off of the way outsiders or anybody else sees her. You want to protect her. You want to protect her emotionally. That's one of the biggest things. Protect her. Her soul, her whole being in life. Because women they get a little put down a lot. Not like you said, verbal abuse, but so that when it comes to a man, we as men in a whole have to protect women. And that's no different than saying, okay, she's just a raggedy H word or a B word or stuff like that. That's not protecting women if we degrade women that way, in my opinion. So women as a whole, even young women, I got all girls, so I try to be very
3 out of 4 man girls.
So Ed, I was gonna say you outweighed too.
Yeah. So you already, so protecting women for a man, for the most part, as far as when you can actually protect them, it's supposed to come naturally. No, we can't save a woman in every situation, but I would say we can we could try 100% of the time to do so, even if we fail 5% as a man.
Okay. And I respect both of you all's answers. Here's my view on it. I feel like they gotta want to be protected. And let me explain. Not all, but the voice of this seems to be so loud, about on both sides about Black men's disdain for Black women and Black women's disdain for Black men. Okay, but I'm speaking about women right now. A lot of times, unless it's a celebrity or something like that, as soon as something about a Black man is mentioned, it's oftentimes looked at negative first. So are we even in a position to protect you all? If a lot of times the initial thought about fuck them niggas ain't shit, everybody a dog and blah, blah, blah. You hear that a lot. Now, no people are going to chime in. Well, I don't look at it like that. I know I'm not speaking a foreign language. Y'all know y'all see this. Even in the TV shows and stuff, a lot of times things are painted a certain way. So my thing is not that I don't agree that they need to be protected. I love Black women. But being that I have a lot of women friends, I don't even know if overall they know what protection looks like. Outside of the physical protection, I don't think they know that when I'm coming to you as a friend and telling you, and you come for advice and you ask for honest advice and I give it to you, when you choose not to follow that advice, you don't want my protection because I just tried to protect you. So it has nothing to always do with
physical
gun, shoe, protecting.
Yeah.
It's like, no, when you come to me as a friend and we chop it up and I give you that real, and you go back and you agree that I'm right, but you go back and do something different. You pretty much said, I don't need your protection. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, no.
That's how I look at it.
No, but that's a good way to look at it, because you can sit there and talk with your significant other or a friend that's very, very close and dear to you. You can tell her some legit, you can give her 5 steps to success. Guarantee. You can say, look, baby girl, 5 steps guarantee success. She go talk to 5 of her homegirls and say, no, that nigga ain't shit. Hey, why you listening to him for?
And it sways. It's
out the window.
It's out. And I think me and Ed, I've been on twice about relationships. I think I've said it, but it sways, and when you start asking other people, and I try to stop doing it. I've done it. And you try to stop doing it because at your age, you want to meet people where they are, if you know, and you make your own decisions. I like what you said, Ed, about, you know, you asked a question and then you kind of answered yourself.
Yeah, well, it's just, oh, I can't hear you. You froze up for a second. That's all right. It's going to come back in. We're going to wait for you.
Can y'all hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
You kind of answered your own question. You know, they don't want to be protected because they don't know what protection looks like. Right. You know, we may have been dogged so many times, and it's just, you know, what it is. So we're settling.
Okay. Keep going.
You know, maybe terminology. I mean, you know, voicing can change. Hey, I'm here to protect you. Look, this is what it is. I got you. You know, maybe sometimes that'll rear us back in. Look, I got you. I won't let you down. I ain't telling you nothing wrong. This is them 5 steps. You know, I'm a man. Take it from me. You know, I know you know, you going through it with this one or that one. You know, I'm a man. Take it from me. I made those, you know, so.
And I agree with you 100%, but here's what I find. Okay, being 41, through some of my experiences, good or bad, I have a little bit of wisdom on some things. So when people come to me, I can give a little decent perspective on it. But when you're fighting through so many layers with people, yeah, I'm coming to you as a man, and you can trust what I say. But you've had 50 other people that said, yeah, I'm a man, you can trust what I say, fuck you over. It's like, dude, yeah, I feel you. You right, but it's like sometimes you all are waiting for the next shoe to drop. Like, when you gonna fuck up? Yeah, you telling me right, but when you gonna try to fuck? Like, it's been so much damage stuff going on that it's hard to even spot when you're dealing with a real one or not. So you don't, like I said, you don't know how to let them protect you. And I think some of that comes from, honestly, some of it comes from fathers not being in the household or being involved, because you cannot be in the household and still be involved. Y'all agree or disagree?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Chris.
Oh.
The saying is, we marry our fathers.
Okay.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, me too.
And see, okay, you
without being
your father.
You know.
No, I was talking to Cookie. I was saying, of course, she knows her father.
Yeah.
But what about those that some don't have a decent or any relationship with their father? So what point of reference do they have to even know when they're talking to a man?
But do fathers now you're young fathers, you know, but do fathers, some maybe, do fathers really talk to you about men? No, the older, no. My dad ain't never talked to me. True. My daddy be friend everybody. You know, my daddy friends with everybody. He's never talked to me about how a man. Same thing go with how they didn't talk to us about money and credit. You know,
and I didn't per se talk to mine, but you got to realize too, and I'm understanding too, even though as a parent the door can be open, they got to want to have the conversation too. But go ahead, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, I'm 41 you know, and I just been feeling my way. But he's never talked to me. Now I'm a mother telling my daughter, like Betty Wright said, showing your teeth to every guy you meet. We ain't doing that.
That's right.
Any female, for any females in the family, my brother knock a nigga out if you're doing it wrong. But to say, hey, but I've heard him say, hey, you know, he might every now and then, he's a good dude. He all right. You know, I can't stand it. You know my brother. So
I know.
To have that father to say, and my dad got a big heart to say, you know, this is the type of man that you need in your life. I never had that. And I didn't been through some not numbers. I'm talking about some emotions. I see you, Nick.
Yeah. Oh man, your sound keep going out, Cookie. You froze up again. Hello.
Well,
go ahead, Chris, because
my oldest,
I think she froze.
Yeah,
oh, I'm sorry.
Dang, Cookie, you keep going out, yo.
Say that again.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah,
I
so
don't know if she's still talking or not. Hold on, Cookie. Let Chris jump in. Hold on.
Oh, I won't say it.
Oh,
okay. Go ahead, Chris.
My oldest is 17. Okay.
Word.
So, you know, I tell her, well, everybody know I'm crazy. So, you know, they let whoever little boys they talk to, they say my daddy crazy. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, and my oldest is she got a little boyfriend or whatnot, you know, but I've also talked to her. I said, well, you know what the expectation is, how is he supposed to treat you, this, that, and the third, or whatever. No matter, whichever guy. And my daughters have talked to me and has said to relate to this. Said, look, my dad don't talk to me like this, so you don't need to talk to me like this either.
Okay.
You know, so I mean that's
right. Ultimately, that's what you want. That's what you want.
Yeah. So if I talk to my daughter a certain way, then you should conduct yourself accordingly, do the same thing. But daddy had to put these paws on
you. No, that's right. No, that's right. Did you have anything else to add, Cookie? Because you was cutting out.
I should have came in there with you. No, I was finished, but it was just
that. Yeah,
I should have.
That would have worked. that definitely would have worked. I forget we right here in town.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's all good.
So what you got on the sound?
Can't hear you. You froze up again, Cookie. You froze up. Can you hear Cookie? Can you?
Yeah, I can hear now.
Okay, all right.
Nick, it's crazy because I live right here in the city, and it does this.
Which I got Tailpage.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, I got Comcast. I got Xfinity.
You don't remember Tailpage?
Yes.
Right down the street.
Dial up. My mama internet was the worst.
That's wild.
That's for the people in the country.
Is that still a thing? Tailpage still around?
I think they still do business.
Wow.
Kind of wireless, but I mean, you know, Wi-Fi.
Well, they probably didn't upgrade it, hopefully. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna hit y'all with another question. Simple question. Are you toxic?
Nick said yes.
I think you love being toxic, man. Talk about it, man.
Yeah, like he God.
Your ass crazy, boy.
This is my question.
Hey, talk about it, man.
Hey, look. What you see is what you get. I don't work my ass off for a long time to do whatever the fuck I want to do. So
I respect it.
Hey, and I respect the woman or whatever, but let me tell you right now, I'm not your average Joe. And it is what it is. Now being toxic, you could cut it so many different ways. You got your good toxic, got your bad toxic.
Who's good toxic?
So what side you fall on? Hey, break it down. Get into it, man.
I'm a Gemini, so I got my twins. Got twins. How about that?
Hey, talk about it. I mean, but
okay. Get into it. It's like this. Being toxic is no different than saying something and triggering something to make somebody want to do something or say something. whether it's something good, something bad, something sexual, or whatever. I mean, if you're just a presence or what they call influencer, not saying something bad, but that good toxic is gonna make somebody else think about, well, damn, what's going on in this situation here? That's a form of toxic because you're making somebody lust after you. That's being toxic. If you make somebody want you and you know you ain't got no intention of being with them, it's a form of toxic, being toxic.
Okay, I'm letting that simmer. Okay, it's kind of making sense the more I think about it.
I mean, but then also in relationships, being toxic, it could be a matter of being stubborn. When you tell the woman no, hey, and you know you really want to, but you say that's kind of being toxic, being an asshole. That's toxic. When you tell her, okay. I mean, it just depends on how you look at it. I know the traditional definition of being toxic is that you are in this relationship and it's love, hate, and it's always issues and turmoil, but you still have this great sexual connection and bond, boom, 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 and all this bullshit. I mean, I get that.
Okay, and both of y'all can get into it. And I get what you're saying. Is any of who you are and what you are now, this for both of y'all, based on some of your past relationships, has any of that leaked over into any toxic behavior that you have now? Cookie.
I ain't answered the toxic one first.
Get into both of them then.
If I can get an attitude now, and if that's being toxic, then that's toxic. I'm toxic because I can get an attitude and I can be stubborn. But I met some stubborn ass men. I know one now, stubborn as hell. Then I'm damn it toxic because I get an attitude. But I'm a Capricorn, and you know when a Capricorn done, they done.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but does that attitude come from stuff you've been through, or that's just your personality?
No, that's just my personality. What is wrong? I think I get it from my mama and my daddy. For real. Because they can get some attitude. And then they get mad at you because you got attitude. I am a part of you, sir, ma'am.
Okay.
But yeah.
But see, I don't know if that's considered toxic.
I am my own person, but if getting the attitude, and my attitude has been worse than it is now, I will clap back and try to get the last word. But I'm toxic if that's the definition.
Right. I think like when you dig deeper and deeper into it, I think toxic, like you said, you can have here we go. Toxic friendships. Let's do that. Alleviate the sex out of it all. You got a male and a male best friends or whatever. You can have toxic friendships. You've been saying that I've been knowing you for 10 years or whatever, and you continue to talk shit about me or belittle me or do this, that, and the third, but I still allow it because I'm like, okay, well, this is the only friend I got. Like, okay, let's be real. That is a toxic relationship that you choose. You're choosing to be in. You're choosing to be in it. So therefore, you are part of the toxic relationship. You want to keep going back and forth and being belittled and not understanding. You're allowing it. So you're adding to that toxic relationship by accepting and standing for it. That's why I said for me, I'm going to say what I want to say. I've been through so much, worked hard to get to where I'm at now today. I'm going to say what I want to say, move the way I want to move. And if somebody got something to say to me, I can just simply tune them out.
Okay.
On the flip side, having being a friend to a female, and if it's always drama for me, if it's always some drama, that's
toxic. I mean, that's bringing into that's toxic.
If it's always some drama,
always
no. Now continuously arguing in a relationship, then you have a toxic relationship. I don't want to. Now I can argue, and like I said, I will get an attitude, and sometimes I get quiet when I'm mad and I don't talk about it, so I just keep it in. But I think age and levels of maturity has brought me to the point where I don't want to argue. I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. Like Nick, you were saying earlier, you want to do things, you want to travel, you want to communicate. I don't want to argue. And if we got to argue, then can we just talk about it? Is there anybody out there that just want to talk about it?
Just talk.
Here's my thing.
I think I'm past that. I know I'm not past it, but because we might agree to disagree, but I don't want to argue. I just want to be happy.
Check it out. Here's my view of am I toxic? Yeah, sometimes I am, because here's how I view being toxic is when the damage and the experiences, the damage and things that happen from past experiences continue to leak over into current, present, or future experiences towards people that didn't do anything to you, And with me, sometimes that has happened and does happen, And it'll cause friction or cause a dynamic there that isn't fair to the other person just because something reminded me of a past experience, and that'll leak over into a current experience. I agree with you with the whole arguing all the time. That's toxic. I think we should get out of the whole mentality that we got to struggle with each other to make it a solid relationship. Like, why? Why we got to go through the argument?
Yeah. Why you got to show? Why
we can't just be happy?
We should be out there, like at our age, Ed. And we're the same age for a minute. He's older, Nick.
I'm older. Yeah, I'm
just
older.
For a minute.
You froze up, Cookie. Burn the whole internet down.
Not burn it down.
Hey, when you come back in, you're going to have to start over with your thought because it sounded like it was going to be a good thought. So we're going to wait for you to... No, start that thought over. You froze up, so we ain't hear nothing you just said.
Oh, what I was saying is, I was singing too. I said, "This really sucks." We just want to be happy. We want what we want at this point in our.
Damn, it keep going out, yo. Damn, it sounded like that was gonna be a good one too. Okay, there we go.
That's all I had.
But we ain't getting that.
So y'all didn't hear me say in our current state, at this point in our lives, we want to be past the argument, and we want to be less toxic, less argumentative. Because like for me, that's been a part of me. Like I said, I can argue, I can get an attitude. I don't want an attitude anymore. I've been working on me. I don't want that. I want to be a humble person. So I don't want to argue.
Look, I'm with you 100%. I don't want nobody I got to I don't need no projects. I don't want nobody I got to try to change or none of that. I just want to travel, want to go to nice restaurants. Even if we at the crib, just cuddle up. I don't want no drama.
Drink some tequila.
Surprise me. I like
sip me a nice drink. Just relax. All this
water.
Friction. This ain't water. This what Jesus did right here. This what Jesus did. Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah. Go and keep the party going. Yeah. Okay. And because we might not make it all the way to 9:30. Let me see if I got one more good question.
I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay here till 9.
Okay. And that ain't bad. We'll get a good solid hour in. All right. Let me find one more.
Make it good now. Let's talk about OnlyFans or something.
Is there any world where you would start an OnlyFans? I'm just messing.
I got one.
But go ahead and answer if you got an answer for it.
I got one. What are you talking about?
You serious?
Am I lying? You said to be honest.
I don't even want to know what you're showing, man. Okay. I'm gonna get to this last question because you got 15 minutes. I don't want to know what you're showing.
You want to know what?
Nope.
No, leave it alone.
Nope. I don't want to know. Let me ask this question. Is it realistic for a man or woman?
Let me show you my link.
Hell no, you ain't. Is it realistic for a man or woman to accept you as you are right now? If so, why? And let me finish. Should people just accept what you are or expect better, whether that's from you or someone else? Cookie.
Accept me as I am because I am who I am. And I'm telling you, I am who I am. I'm not going to go in a shell around your family. I'm going to keep it, I'm going to keep it cute. I'll keep it classy. I mean, I know my boundaries. I know how
You can't hear nothing you saying.
You think you can call and put on speakerphone for backup plan?
I ain't gonna do nothing. We almost done. So we ain't heard nothing you said just then. Well, we caught the first little part, but we caught the first little part of what you were saying, but then it faded out.
I'm gonna start typing my responses. I am who I am. Accept me. I would like for you to accept me who I am. And you know what? I've never had a problem with that. Because I've been told that I like to talk. I like to have a good time. I even made one smile. They feel like they could, when you can be yourself around me and vice versa, that's acceptance of who each other is. What was the other? It was another question.
It was saying, if so, why? Then it was saying, should people just accept what you are or expect better, whether that's from you or someone else?
I want you to expect better. I want you to enhance my intrinsic motivation. I want you to do that.
Okay, I like that. Enhance your intrinsic motivation. Okay.
That came from work. But
I like that though.
But I mean, it came to mind though when the question, that's why I wanted you to repeat it, because I wanted to make sure I heard it right. I want you make me better. That song couldn't have said it, better. Okay. I want you to motivate me. I want you to pull some things out of me. I want you to teach me some things. I ain't got to teach you nothing. I want you to teach me some things. It's still some things I don't know. I won't go into that. But yeah.
Chris.
Yes.
Go ahead with it.
What was the question again?
You still think about your OnlyFans. Is it realistic? Is it realistic for a man or woman to accept you as you are right now? And you already kind of answered this. So I'm gonna skip to the next part. Should people just accept what you are, expect better, whether that's from you or someone else?
To be just straight this blunt without even explaining, it's best for somebody to accept me for who I am now versus who I once was.
I feel you on that.
So hey.
No, go ahead.
So because you see me now, me some years ago, it wouldn't have been the same situation. So, but granted, just like Cookie said, we're all learning. Me and you, we've had conversations. We always can learn something different from somebody else, and that's what that's mainly what it's about. But you also, if you're connected or affiliated with me or in my circle, it's no question either, because I keep certain people around me anyway. I don't have to even. I mean, realistically, for me, I don't even have to worry about it, because I only allow a certain few in my circle. I've been
same.
I've been done dirty before, and I'm talking about just people that you thought was going to be there for you. So now at this point, keep it small, keep it simple, and keep it moving. And anybody else that comes along, what they see, I feel that I put enough energy, time, and effort into the man that I am today, to where it's not going to be a question of whether they can or whether I need to change or whatever the case, they're gonna figure out, well, what can they learn from me? And I'm trying to be as humble as possible. I don't know it all, but I know people that are around me sometimes do pick up a few gems from me. But that's, it's every situation is different.
Okay, and I'm gonna answer it too. Is it realistic for a man or woman to accept you as you are right now? Right now, yeah. Because I inspect what I expect, and I know what I'm looking for, so I know the type of person that I need to be to attract that. For so long, because they say you attract, they say you don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. And for so long, I was just attracting the wrong type of women, but I can't just blame them for that. I had to look at myself and say, okay, well, now you want to start attracting a different type of energy. You have to change your energy. You have to change how you're moving. That means you have to change who you are, but you just have to position yourself differently. And in doing that, I can say now, yeah, the type of person I'm looking for or expecting, yeah, they should accept me for who I am now because I've positioned myself to do that, to be that. And ultimately, if that ain't good enough for them, kick rocks. Because that means I'm not for you and you not for me either. So that's cool too. Yeah. That's
I mean, y'all ever met a person that you just have a good time with, regardless?
Yeah.
Regardless of, I mean, y'all could have had knockout, drag out arguments, but when y'all get around each other, it's just a good time and it's a good feeling.
And that's
because you're being who you are.
Yeah. I mean,
and they're being who they are, and maybe they haven't had that.
Be grateful for people that you can really be yourself around, because like Chris was saying, you got to keep your circle small, because usually that's the people you can just be yourself. Yes, whatever, good, bad, ugly, whatever, I can be me. Because with the rest of the world, you're a version of yourself, but everybody can't take the full throttle.
And it's one thing that my cousin and I discussed. Often misunderstood. Often
Facts.
misunderstood.
Facts.
That's because you don't know me.
That's the statement of the night right there.
I'm just.
I ain't hear you, but go ahead, Chris. Couldn't hear you, Cookie.
I was gonna reiterate on what she was saying as far as like the people. Also, I know this ain't really about the topic, but we kind of vibe with people.
Yeah, energies.
Those energies, we vibe with people, and when your energies, the energy within you is aligned with the other person. Sometimes, like I said, it's just natural. It's just easy to be like, yeah, bro, we're chilling, or yeah, sis, we just chilling, come have a drink, whatever. Or you just know. Like for me, in my profession and what I do, bad vibes, I can get a bad vibe just through a message.
Yeah, for sure.
And then that person is no longer going to be a part of what I do for work, and that's just what it is. But it's weird, as you get older, you start to actually be really woke to what's going on around us, and then also allow the right people and the right things to come into your life versus the bad things and the negative things that you don't need in life that's going to hinder you along the journey that you're meant to have. You can have the good guys on your team, you got the bad guys on your team. It's everybody's choice.
It's your choice. Hey, well, look, I know you say you got to 9, so we're gonna get ready to wrap this one up. Any last thoughts or any words on anything we've discussed here tonight, Chris?
No, I think everything that we just we talked about was a lot of good topics. A lot of things that could possibly open up the eyes of people, not just like these eyes, but the eyes that we don't even know that we have, like the spiritual eyes. And maybe this well, hopefully this will reach somebody with all the topics that we discussed and the different views, and get people start thinking about, well, what if I were to do this, or what if I looked at this like this? Because right now you got 3 different perspectives, and it's just raw perspectives and different opinions, you know. So sometimes that's the best learning, because we've all lived different lives, you know.
And that's part of the point of this. That's part of the point, to get people with various experiences to find some common ground, because it seems like we're all over the place. Everybody has an opinion of this and that. Let's talk to each other and stop talking at each other. You know what I'm saying? Cookie, what you got?
As always, I appreciate, because we can go on and on and on about relationships, for real.
Yeah.
Because there are many types. I can't tell you I know the names of the types, but I appreciate being the only female.
Yeah, this was still, it was good.
It was good. We didn't have a lot of disagreements. We added to what each other, you know, had. Appreciate you, Nick. Like I said, where I remember you from. And it's always good. And I ditto you, Ed, the king.
Thank you.
Let's stop talking. Let's stop being indirect and be direct.
Let's talk to each other.
Lay it down. Say what you want from the beginning, so it won't be no emotional hurt feelings. Because females, we can be real emotional, and when we hurt, we hurt. But when we over, we over. So that's
like
really
that.
all I had.
I like that. Well, look, I want to really thank y'all for coming on. I know it's a little late in the evening and had a few complications. Couldn't get on the other person that was supposed to be up here, but this was still a dynamite show. At some point, I would like to be able to do it again and go over some other topics. And you know, maybe if we can start a little earlier, we can get a little more in depth on certain things.
Right.
But this has been good. For those that's listening, hey, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I told you we're going to keep coming with good content every week, whether it's me by myself or people that don't mind joining me. We're going to keep coming with it. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and let's just keep it going, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Huh?
What you say? Ring that bell.
They ring the bell, too. Yeah. That's right. Ring that bell. Get all them notifications, baby. I appreciate y'all coming in. I appreciate y'all tuning in. We're going to see y'all next time.